Hello and welcome back, I'm BBojo, and this is Work As Resources, Soviet Republic Season X, Episode 64. There is a summary at Episode 56 if you want to check out what happened until then. There will be another summary relatively soon whenever it fits. Today, it is winter. Winter just started. I did not play it forward because we have so much more to plan that I don't even care that we're going to go a little slower for a little while because this city, not done. There's something missing over here, and I give you a couple minutes to figure out what that is, but it should be relatively obvious, and obviously, there's a heating problem over here that we have to investigate now. So I'm looking at the heating problem notifications, and it's most of the red ones over here. I don't know that I really have to care about them because, drinking water. How is there no drinking water here? Oh, it's just a little further out. Yeah. I don't care. It would be really nice if I could just turn off the notification for these buildings because I don't care. I don't need to know that they're causing trouble, but it is what it is, and it's not the end of the world, so everything is just fine. What would I like to do here? Oh, yes, there are a couple wagons sitting here. That's good, and, well, yeah, more hoppers are getting organized over there, and I have a couple trains sitting here. I think what I would really like to do is to send effectively all of these. Wow. It's not that one heading to this building with this building and route plant. It's this one. No, it's the electricity one. Electric KMZ. Okay, no, don't care. That's the distribution office guy. And this one does the same thing. I believe that I have the vehicle that I want parked here in the Utopia train depot. It's not ideal because it's actually going to be a pain to get you out. I think it has to go all the way up to Magic Alley and then come back, but I don't care that much anymore. What I want to do is want you to go here, load whatever you can, then because you won't be full right away, go here, load whatever you can as well. Those are all just wagons and, well, locomotives at this point. And when you're done with that, when you're done with that, can you please drop everyone off over here because there is a lot of room, and then just head on back, do this like twice, and I'll probably catch you at some point and say, okay, you're all done. They should have no problem just dropping them off here and not get sucked into the building right away, so that should all be fine. Checking our general happiness and general production of everything, and everything looks to be decently working. This one is a little full. Don't love it, and we are out of meat. That means our meat storage truck should be nearby. At least should be reloading at something. Let's see, where are you? You're full, so you're already on your way back. We are in the middle of winter, so that's not helping. Did you actually just arrive while I was clicking all those buttons? Yeah, apparently you were. A meat truck is probably also nearby. No, this is a meat truck. That's not helping. Where's the food truck? Okay. Port overwhelmed, we'll check that out too. Yes, there's just always something going on that we have to figure out. Yes, okay, I'm glad I'm checking this because if you are semi-full, you're costing me money because you're making it hard to deliver the things I actually want you to deliver. So plastic, that one was the only one though. Then it should really not be a problem to get some food over here to the shopping center, which we're obviously out right now. I do expect at least one truck to have enough for us to get this one filled up. And I'm just going to change this. I just changed this, didn't I? I think I did change it, but 10 tons is better than the less tons that we had before. And there's a food truck already. No, that's a chemical truck. Okay, food truck, is that you? That is you. That's the food truck that we were wanting. It should be okay. It's not ideal. But in general, people are happy enough. Spirituality, pub, tavern, hospital. Hospital would make me a little nervous. We don't have enough staff over here, and I do think it is probably time that I turn off these buildings that I did tell at some point, hey, I need you to be the happy guys and talk to our customers to make sure that they have exactly what they're looking for. But I think we're okay now. Crime over here is good. You are fine. Last notification. Court overwhelmed. Let's triple check this one. I don't think this is true anymore. No, this is okay. This is manageable, and this is also manageable. We don't scroll forever, and they're actually getting a couple things done. So I think they are fine. Pollution warning, I really don't care about it. They're just several in really funny places, and I should care about it to just turn it off. So let's go here, go to pollution warning, see where this monitor is sitting. Magically, yes. You know what I know? I do know that the actual pollution... Where do you even see pollution? There's nothing in terms of trash, but you're still considering something to pollute it. There's a little bit of pollution right here. I don't... Oh, that's the sewer discharge. You're just in the wrong range, so I don't want to hear it. That's just a tiny bit right there. Nobody cares about that. We should triple check our coal shenanigans over here. Okay, we have one of you guys done already. I would like to have number 6 come out here and help build. That should be good. And then I would like, because I'm expecting this to actually be effectively full. You're not full yet, but you're getting there. This is empty. It's just, it looks a little funny, but that's fine. I would like you guys to load up from here and from here. I know that you can see that this one was actually destroyed. I didn't mean to destroy it, but that's fine. I'm just going to take the longer route now. And then I can replace this with a container loading station instead of a like an open thing like this. And that should make my life a lot easier, actually. For the last two, one is to load, one is to unload. And I just want to do, well, mixed waste effectively, but it really doesn't matter. Ooh, I can't do this. Can you figure out why I can't do this? I'll give you a second. Look at this. I'm loading everything from here. Okay, that's a good one. I am... Okay, this is just... Oh, maybe I can do this. I load from here, I load from here. Cargo station is good. Open storage. Don't know if I like this one. Oh, you're just getting it from here. You just mostly delivery, and then you have a couple dump trucks, I think, associated. Yes, good. I can do it because there's no regular waste coming from these guys, which means the thing that I just set up is relatively safe, so we can continue doing that. Get us a little bit of money. That's cool. This one should be relatively full. These are all full because we're really not moving all that much coal anywhere at this point, so that's all fine. How are you doing? Nobody wants to construct you. How are you doing? Nobody wants to construct you. Let's get those on the right path. And then we can stop being distracted because I do really want to finish the city planning. We do really have a lot more stuff to do just in general. Can you go there? Cool. Just in general in anywhere in the Republic. We have 54,000 people that we need to be happy. And anything else? Waste-wise, yes, I would... Well, it looked like our burn the bio-waste works for now, but that's not my... my absolute solution for the time being. That looks fine. That looks fine. That one is emptier than I expected it to be, but that's okay. But all of them being that empty actually scares me a little bit. So how about we make something a little more permanent? This one is empty right now. That is great, but... Big but. I would like to bring bio-waste straight to the incinerator if you don't mind. It's interesting that I had all of these still turned around. I thought those would have gone the other way already, but as you can see, they don't. Unload whatever you want, mostly bio-waste and fertilizer, because we don't need them right now. And I do think there's been a comment going around a couple times now that in containers, bio-waste does not ferment, which is cool. But, well, just to be sure, I'm setting it to fertilizer and to the other stuff. Yeah, your travel distance is too far. I think that's all this means. But I'm very confident that I do need that extra buffer with the shop to actually hold on to everything. Maybe I can reduce the workforce a little bit so less workers go here at any given moment and there more of them go here that has more of the storage available. I think we're fine no matter what. So we'll just keep an eye on that as much as we can. You guys, why are you considering doing that, the dirt roads? I don't want you to do any mud roads. Nothing. Thank you. Completely unnecessary. The snowplows that we have here seem to be doing an okay job delivering everything, so that's good. This one is supposed to be pretty much everything, so we're not going to do any crops. We will need chemicals. We need some fabric. This is for vehicle repair, which we haven't set up yet. We need some booze. We need a ton of food. We need some clothes. We need definitely some electronic components, some mechanical components, some plastic. Also just small amount. Electronics, definitely no explosives. So yeah, this is effectively our setup, and I think I can reduce this to 182 tons. That should be fine. But you remember who's responsible for delivering all of that? I do. It is these two. You have 4 set up, and you also have 4 set up. So I'm just going to use either of these because that's fine, and they can start delivering it down here. Excuse me. I think they have all of those materials available in their little transformation station, but just to make sure, let's just set it up this way, make it 70%, and then they can go crazy out there. Cool. That's one way to spend a month in game, but I am happy about that for now. Cool. Let's get all of this at least built so we can continue building more things. And yeah, I'm fully planning on making this asphalt. Speaking of asphalt, I think at this point we probably have our asphalt mechanisms done that I am remembering that we built somewhere over here. Where? Not this one. Car, not this one. I think out here. Yes, we have asphalt pavers. How many more do we want? It's too many. There are a couple rollers and a lot of asphalt. Okay. I would actually like them to get put somewhere. Do I have a... Yeah, I mean, I definitely have a flatbed available, and there's even 2 sitting here, just because the helicopter can't move them, but that's fine. There's also 1 sitting here. Okay, what we're going to do is unassign you from whatever you think you were doing here. I think that was the import-export to the Peninsula guy. And then I just send you over here. Do whatever you can for right now, and then I just really want 1, 2, 1, 2... to make it all the way out to our new construction zone. I am not 100% convinced that I have room for them everywhere, but let's see. We have this one definitely added, so that should be fine. I did the wrong one. That's annoying. This one, asphalt paver, and then I think we need 1 more roller, and then we should be complete. So there's 1, there's 2. Don't know where the paver went. I hope the truck didn't pick up the paver, but it'll be fine. Cool. Are we done with distractions now? I'll tell you when we start being undistracted. I don't know. Oh, they definitely need a flatbed. Okay. If they need a flatbed, we have to make sure, like, to transport them, the mechanisms, because we don't want them on the road. Let's make sure that they can actually be transported by the things that I want them to be transported by, which is really only 1 vehicle that I currently want to use. The KMZ 5410, that one looks good. And over here, KMZ 5410, that also looks good. There are 2 trucks available right here. You could argue I could have just loaded them up first and send them all together to the construction office out here, but I didn't think of that, so here we are. Deliver mechanisms with vehicles, with trucks. That's good. I do want you to pick up on whatever you want to do automatically, and we'll unset this. I don't think we actually need to repair anything that needs asphalt like this, so that should all be good. Construction office 7, there's 1 thing here I want you to complete. Cool. Yeah, you guys can work on this. That's fine. And then we will continue with our city. Where are we currently size-wise? Size-wise, we are at 600, 1200, 2400 for this city with these 4 buildings, which is wonderful. Makes it nice and compact, but I really only want about 4,000 in this part of the city, and not that much more. So let's find a couple residential buildings that we can approve. 96%. This one may be my winner. That we can approve with the looks of it, and that we can also use for nice waterfront apartments and such. I like this one, so this is the one that we start with. I know this is like the cheap out version because it's a really good quality of flats, and it's very helpful to have good quality of flats available. But I don't know. I'm not feeling super experimental right now because we're already in a spot where not everything I'm doing here is going to guarantee to work, just because we are doing the whole double shopping center over here, etc., etc. So there is a chance that all of this will just go up in flames, and nobody wants that, right? Well, some of you may want that, but I'm not building it because of that. I would like to actually make this successful, so we're going to have to see how that all plays out. I think we can add a couple more train watchers right here. That looks good. And then one more over here. And then I think we have our sector filled up with buildings that we wanted. I didn't even count, but these are all about 150. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All perfect. So 1,500 more. So we're now at about 4,000 people on this section. That is great. If we want to do something fancy over here, we can, like small residential buildings or something like that. But I'm not convinced that that is something that we need to do right now. So we're just going to continue like nothing ever happened. I like that road to go here. I would like this road. Actually, yeah, you can just come straight into here. Oh, that's perfect. And obviously we just have to connect all of those to their respective counterparts, and that should be good. And I do think, and I will check that in just a second, that there's a high chance that everything is connected in a way that I need it to be connected to the shopping center, which would be super duper awesome. I'm going to use this footpath connection, and you know why? Because it's more direct, it's shorter. That's a shorter footpath connection that we can get out of this. That looks good, that looks good. We will need a couple more. Is this one already built? It is not built. Perfect. Yes, demolish that one. Make it a longer footpath that eventually feeds into that one. Cool. And then this one should still be able to connect to that guy. Yes, it can. Just do it right now because he will forget. Thank you. Cool. Trash. We still have to add that. Heat. We still have to add that. Really, I didn't have any heat added to anywhere here in this area at all. Nope. Okay. Brave, but, well, should we do that next? I think so. The thing with these Nerpo flats is that they take an enormous amount of heat, so you do have to just plan on adding extra heat exchangers right next to them because they will suck up all of the heat power really, really fast. I saw a green. There we go. I got a green in there. So there's one. We could say just on the opposite side of that, we could put another one, but here's the thing. Distance actually matters for the heat exchanger. So the further you are away, the less heat you do get from the heat exchanger, which can sometimes mean the difference of enough heat or not enough heat. So we're just going to plop this one here. Now we have 2. Are 2 enough for 4,000? Probably. We're just going to see what their numbers are when they actually build. But for right now, I feel relatively good about what they look like. So we may as well enjoy that. Cool. Are you going to do your heat exchangers and stuff? I should, because if I don't do them, I will just forget about them, and then we have all types of other problems. Heat pumping station. Yes. We probably need to figure out what distance we need to go first. When you place the heat exchangers, it is extremely important that you understand it is a lot more expensive to go underground. So this one is almost 10,000 workdays, let's call it that. Or if you just go here, 1,500 workdays, then this way, 2,000 workdays, and then we go here, it's about like 2,500 workdays. You probably saw that. And it's very clearly not a direct path. That is very important because I don't want to spend that much time on building this. I just want them in the right location. And currently I do not know where exactly I need to place this. So 2,400 workdays here. It looked like the path that I actually picked that was underneath this road was excellent. So that's about 250 meters. Another one over here, and then get them all the way down there. So we have a too long warning, which is good. That's what I was looking for. We could go right here, right next to the service part. Is not a terrible place. There's usually always someone that comments, I don't think that the heat pumps can take 2 inputs and like redirect 2 inputs, but I've done it so many times now. I'm very confident that that is not true. You can totally have 2 inputs and 2 outputs, and they will handle that. You can also do 1 input and 3 outputs if you want to split your 300 cubic meter heat pipe into 3 100 cubic meter heat pipes. And I think we actually have done that in 1 or 2 of previous examples. So there's the first one. Cool. Here is the next one. I'd just like you to run as close to all of this as possible. That looks great. You're doing amazing. And then the last one just connects right into here. And they can get those 2 built. And obviously, The only reason we did that is to connect one here and one here. And the game is supposed to, building on the way, I don't think so. The game is supposed to be clever enough to hide your like above ground pipage that is here. Like there's a little bit there, there's a little bit there. Once you click this button, they're supposed to be all underground. However, building there now is effectively impossible because those pipes are going to be forever and ever in your way. Isn't that exciting? I thought so too. But this all seems to be doing fine. So we have a little bit of, well, everything done at this point, which is cool. I think I can get to this building without helicopters, but I am not 100% sure. So we have to see how that actually works, because there has always been a problem with the heat exchangers in those locations. But well, we'll just keep an eye on it and see what we see. Construction wise, yes, it looks like they're actually wanting a couple construction workers out here. So we're gonna get those assigned, these assigned, those assigned, and then eventually they should get done. Is this one too short? Nope, this one is good length. They just have to actually come out here and do something useful. Okay. City-wise, what else do you need? You still need power. Yeah, I think we can do power some other time. And I'm pretty sure we don't have any water set up yet. That one is true. Where do you want to get your water from, and how do you want to do it, and where do you want to put your sewage? Sewage will probably go out here. Weren't you planning on putting another city like right here and have them come in via bus or whatever? Yeah, probably. That's that is very much part of the hopes. Let's turn the actual looks on. There's a little tiny village spot right here that we can throw in. A nice secluded, and then we can have a little bit extra up here. We could also just build a village near the rail on this side. Either way, this one may not be the best part or best place to bring all the sewage. Up here is not a bad place if you don't want to, you know, connect anything to the flatland out here, which also a great city spot. We have room for 15,000 people here in terms of what we can service. So I'm very tempted to try to actually max it out. There's a little bit extra room here. There's so many village spots that we can use, which makes me quite worried about where do we put the sewage. So I think the best place for the sewage has to be out here in front of the little island that we have sitting there, simply because we're not going to put a harbor there. So that should work. It's a little annoying because of how much piping I have to build to make that one actually function, especially with how many people we have. We're probably going to have multiple sewage tanks, or we're actually going to treat our sewage. There's a sewage treatment plant here that can handle maximum amount of toxic liquids to be eliminated, 220 cubic meters. That is 50% out of maximum production per workday, 440 cubic meters. Okay, I think it can take 440 cubic meters, which is 2 pipes. And just look at the size of this thing, and then we still have to actually get rid of the sewage. I don't like these things because they take chemicals and sewage and spit out more sewage and no water. Like, you're losing your chemicals effectively, but this one does allow you to place something like a sewage discharge much closer than what you normally would. So it is an option for getting those things done, but no, I think I just have to run the sewage pipes all the way out here. We also haven't set up any sewage for the industries that we have sitting there, so sewage has to happen regardless, so we may as well get on that. Remember that I said I had a couple bulldozers available now? I do, but they're hiding somewhere else, so just, I guess we're not going to use them. What I would like here is just a couple little shelves where I can put our sewage on, which will be somewhere over here. Sewage discharge, and turn it around, buddy. Okay, put the first one there. There, I mean. And by there, I mean... every time. These are very, very picky every time. And it is not rare that I see effectively Steam posts of people calling this a bug. It's just like, I can't place anything. I've tried everything, which they haven't tried everything, but I do understand that it is very difficult sometimes to place these sewage outlets, and I would like to say there should be an easier way, but then I don't know what that easier way actually would entail. So maybe we're just gonna have to live with what this is doing right now. All we really need is a relatively straight edge by the water, and then you can place it. But it always takes some work. So work was done. Flip you around and look at the thing over there. That looks nice. Then we get a footpath in here, and eventually we're gonna connect all the sewage pipes into these guys, which are effectively at 0 height, which is extremely important. So that should be okay. We still have to get our water into the system somewhere over here, which they require chemicals. So I am tempted to not have water be delivered through this whole sector. I would like to have water right here next to the pub, actually. And that should be more than close enough to walking range. Water treatment plant big. This should be enough for, you know, 1,300 or so people. Let's turn you around. Let's just place you somewhere up here. It really doesn't matter exactly where it is. Do you ever think you need 2? I don't think I need 2. I think there's pipes right underneath this, which is why I can't build exactly where I would like to. You could replace the pipes, or you can, well, just work around it. I don't hate this location, but this one may be too far away from our station. So I guess we're just going to try to place you right here. This is fine. As long... No. There's still a pipe underneath this, and it's just like, you can't build here. There's a pipe in the ground. I'm like, really? It's that pipe. Yeah. Okay. What is that? That is a heat pipe. So a heat pipe, no more. We're going to get back to you. Road right there. Cool. We could do the same thing over here, but I don't think that is absolutely necessary right now. And then we're just going to run this one again to exactly where it was before, which was connecting there and there. Start construction on this, and start construction on the road too. Now we got the first part done. As you can see, I'm not trying to make any of the buildings perfectly aligned on a grid or anything like that. I do appreciate a little bit of diversity in angles. So that's what we're getting here. That's what I'm going for, and I think I'm doing a great job at that. We need some water that is not polluted. Okay, where is a good chance of getting non-polluted water? Don't forget, you have the heating plant sitting right there that will pollute a good chunk of all of this, hopefully not too close to the city. Then you have the city itself, which will pollute a little bit, but I don't see us having a lot of buildings actually coming out here, so I feel relatively confident to just put a couple small pumps for right now. Small water well, yep. Put a couple Put a couple pumps over here for right now. I don't think we need more than 2, which give us what? You would give us 140 cubic meters of water. That's not perfect. Maybe we'll do 3. Again, I do know that we're going to have a lot of... We're going to do 4. Why 4? Because we also have to handle the water that needs to go to the industries out here that has to be fed back at some point, and we will feed that back. But for right now, this should be fine. So let's run a nice little road over here that we can connect everything to. Then we need the large water pumps. That will connect 2 of these into one of the large pipes. And you could do a third one here. Okay, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to use just the large pipes. And I clicked that a little fast. The large pipes are 127 cubic meters. We looked at the water production of these pumps, which is 70 cubic meters. No more, no less. It was just 70. And yeah, we're just going to get as much out of this as possible. We're already probably taking most of the 70 cubic meters out of these 2 pumps. So we are just going, not pumps, water wells. So we're just going to use smaller pipes here and then bigger pipes again on this side. I am very aware that we are not maxing out the outside pumps yet, but that can be something we can do later. Probably. Actually, we could max out the outside pumps if these 2 pumps are the ones that pump most of their stuff in the middle. Yeah, that should be fine. I think everything is fine. We have 1 more connection available. We don't need that right now, but these pumps or these water connections should be relatively full. You may be wondering, normally, B-Ball Joe, you always put a water tower right after the water reservoirs. Why is that not happening today? To which I would say, we probably don't need it. But this is fine. They do need power here, but power is something that I'm going to work on much, much later, so hopefully I don't regret saying that right now. Water towers. Speaking of which, these are to store water and to store pressure, because they will just be high up on a certain location, and actually like this one a lot more than the other locations. So pump one in here, and then probably one on the other side near the hospital. That sounds good. Do you have a place where you can actually place this that's not completely out of the way and it doesn't take up any spaces that we want to use otherwise? Let's put a little footpath in there so I don't forget. I don't hate it right here next to the health department. So yeah, that should be good. So there's 2 water towers already connected there. I will, what will I do? I will get a couple large pumps going. You at least need that one connected like this. Okay. And then you get another one on this side. Flip you around, rotate, give me something green. That one is completely unnecessary because you don't have the water pipe access that you needed to make that one work. So that was silly. Can you go flip around, rotate? Kind of. Okay, that's fine. Large pump again, large pipe again. This one would go that way. Just a straight connection. This one would go that way. And then this one, we're just going to use the middle one, can connect right into there. And this one, also use the middle one, can connect right into here. Couple buildings in the way, but that should be fine. Yep, they can get built on that. Don't forget the pumps do need power. Everything else does not. Well, yeah. A lot of the stuff in the water and sewage just needs power, and I am not... That's one of the reasons why it's just like, okay, I can build... If I want water, I still need power, and then I just throw more stuff into... Like, the infrastructure that you have to build to get water to work is a lot. And the stuff that you get out of it, you can also get a similar game experience without doing all of that. So... That's why I normally say, when you see me say that on Reddit, on any other places, I am happy to play without water and sewage, just because I don't feel like the gain of adding that, there's a lot of gameplay gained. It's just, there's more stuff you get to do that you can't forget, but that doesn't necessarily make it a great thing. It's just a thing that it does. Winter is over. Cool. Do you think our mechanisms are here yet? I would guess no. You are without drinking water, but that should be fine. You have a lot of asphalt going in here, and then someone actually had an idea about a one-way for this construction zone, and I wonder if that is something that I need to consider, because this is a nice ring road. This can still be a normal road connection, all the way up to here, actually, because we have... That would mean all the trucks from here now, instead of being right next to... No, the gravel can still go across. That will be fine. But to get to the asphalt plant, that would have to go all the way around. No, I don't love it. Should this be asphalted? Yeah, probably. That should get asphalted relatively soon. Actually, we're going to start that right here. And then get construction office 2 on here. Once the mechanisms are here, that shouldn't really be a problem. They're not here yet, but they're coming. So yeah, that should be fine. Let's look at all our numbers. All our numbers look fine. I would guess that the train locomotive that was tasked with bringing more stuff in here has now fulfilled its purpose, because we are full of pretty much everything. Where are you and what are you carrying? You have a lot more vehicles. Okay, where are you? You are over here, and you couldn't unload more stuff. That makes perfect sense, and I have a feeling there are a lot more... where should I bring you? I think I'm just going to bring you down here. I have a feeling there are a lot more hopper cars available. Nope, you actually moved all the hopper cars. Cool. I was worried that because it was so full, it would only pick up 1 or 2 every time and then never deliver them to the distribution office, but it appears that that is not a concern that I need to have. Yes, I am moving all of the train. Wait a second. Why are you here? You should not be here. You're my fuel train. Why is fuel train parked there? That is the wrong thing to park here because we're going to run into issues again. Yeah, you're full. Nobody cares about you. Why was that there? What did I do? Why did I do it? Yeah, I figured that this one's probably empty. But as long as that train runs around, where are you going? Where are you going? You're going to... Oh, you have to turn around to be able to get here. That makes sense. Where are you going to turn around? Probably in the recycling center. Which, segue, look at that. Right now we're producing, or right now, that was a good one. Sometime in the near future, we will be producing a lot of steel in this area, which means this will be our steel area. So far, it probably makes sense and doesn't sound like something completely made up, right? Good. We have a lot of metal scrap coming through, and we see that if we look at our recycling center. Click on this button. This one is by far the one that I had to empty the most throughout the season, and it's starting to bother me a lot. This one is half full too. I mean, just moving those things around would require, well, would make a huge difference, but this is where we're sitting. So what we need to figure out is happiness is too low. That's not good. Where is this? It's a good building too. 28 citizens can't get food. Don't like that. We have food there, we have food there, so it's a delivery problem, which means is it a capacity problem? You are half full, you are effectively full, you are empty and nobody's getting on. These seem fine, but yeah, we may be just a little full. Which direction do I want an extra one? Blue. Blue looks like you can take an extra train. Tram. These are trams. And we'll just see how that goes. It should be fine. Vehicle-wise over here, you are currently not doing anything. You have 2 more asphalt pavers that I would like to get rid of, and then I think I will just turn it into more cars for the east. They're making us good money. No reason to turn that off, and we don't need any other vehicles right now. So I think, yeah, once that truck is done moving those vehicles around, we can assign it to something more useful. But here we are. We have a... Interesting that the front starts first. We have steel production. Yes. It's going to happen at some point. Hopefully we don't burn stuff down due to with fires and those things, but that's just a problem for the near future. And we'll just see how that goes. Construction office 2, can you do a couple footpaths here? Yes, you can. But we would like some recycling done. And there is so much extra space over here, and we should be able to... We have this train station here. There's a high chance that if I set a bus through here, it's actually not going to make it all the way out to this sector, which means just, well, you already have rail connections, then you may as well just connect them to a secondary station and just have another train go through there. That's not bad, and now we have at least an argument for needing 2 separate train lines to run through our station, because we have at least two tracks assigned with it to it, so that makes me feel a little better. Let's look at the terrain. Perfectly flat. Cool, why didn't you put a city there? I should have, but I didn't. Where can you put a city? You could put another city there if you need more workers, so be quiet. Good. Recycling. Waste. Yes. This is actually really simple. There's not much going on here. We need a steel recycling plant. We don't need a waste treatment plant. Is this one for... That's for hazardous waste, yeah. Never built that one either. But steel recycling plant simply looks like that. How much can we consume? 36 tons of metal scrap a day. I don't know that 36 tons is enough, but I have a feeling if I double that, we will be okay. So we're just going to have a very relatively simple setup. Where is rail going to go? Rail will probably be... There's a crossing right here, so we would feed out like this. Do you want to put a bridge there? It feels like you're trying to put a bridge there. There's really absolutely no reason to put a bridge here, so don't do it. Okay, I won't. Let's pull this one out just enough so we have... so we're not in the mountain there when we're trying to connect to something. You have to deliver aggregates to somewhere, and you could argue that we can put that out here somewhere, but no, that's no fun. So aggregate unloading. This one does not have to be ridiculously large. I think a single one can do the trick. You know what the real trick is? To make sure that you only connect to a storage and not, like I always do, to a conveyor engine. That's very important. Otherwise, distribution offices can't handle any of this. So that one can go there. Cool. Get me, turn off the terrain lines. Get me that one right here. And then I think if the game is nice enough, I would like a bypass for this thing. No, it's not nice enough. If you go semi-straight out this way, semi-straight, doesn't have to be perfect, and try this, it kind of works because there's a little bit of a like curve around it, but look at that. Is that going to look fine? I think that will look fine, honestly. It kind of connects the things that we needed it to connect, and I mean, what more do you need? Let's use this node to get us out here, and this is just for, you know, the random train every once in a while that has some passengers on board. Get that one connected to something useful as well, and things move a little better. You go away because we only need you to get out. Cool. So there's our connector. Now that connector just needs to be fed into our steel recycling plant. This should actually be relatively simple because all we really need is these guys to ideally look at each other. So let's see what we can do here. If you plop there, then you rotate and plop here, then your conveyor connection is not ideal. Okay, we just have to move this out and start on this side of the equation. Do you want the conveyor belts close to each other? No, I actually want the outputs close to each other. It doesn't matter what the outputs do. You can use trucks. Okay, I can use trucks. I don't even need output storages here for these guys because all we really need to do is make sure that we empty them often enough. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to have them connected like this because I'm pretty sure trucks can actually pick up from this factory if stuff is in there, if there's a factory connection in between. So let's leave this the way it is, and if it's wrong, it's probably not that bad. Road-wise, yeah, let's block off the factory connections that we think we're not needing. Good. There is a good road connection right there, actually. This is a much better connection than I expected to see here, because we can make it relatively swift. That's why it's a good connection, not anything else. Plus, it can run right over mostly junctions, so we shouldn't have any real blockage there. So these two can go in here. You should deliver. We talked about the train situation, right? Yeah. Do you want a train situation here, or do you want a bus situation? And we said that the bus situation may not arrive in time, so we do need this to be a train situation that delivers workers here, and that should not be the end of the world, because now we just have to flip this around and then siphon off a couple workers on the outside here. This is a very small station that we need, so maybe even this one I would be okay with for the size, but the trains that will run through here, even for the small 50 worker setups over there, that size is just not going to be sufficient. So we're going to use one of these that can certainly reach both of those industries just fine. This is appropriate enough. Yeah, we're going to go with that. You can come out here, and then I'm just going to use the inside track. Oh, you're not going to love this, do you? Are you? Will you? I think it will be fine. These two can just connect to whatever they want to connect to. You just need to merge before that junction. This should be enough room for a signal. And yeah, they can figure out what they want to do. But very simple. This is recycling setup. Do we need anything else for recycling? I am pretty sure we don't, and I'm not going to do aluminum setup here yet, because if we don't actually use aluminum in this area all the time, then there's no reason to do that. So that one can all get built, and I think it would make sense to have a distribution office that's then responsible for bringing all the stuff to the places where they need to be brought, which one of them will be either of these two, and well, you just drop it off right in here. The other one will be all the way out there. Effectively the exact same setups as these guys, just a different source, and we should be good to go. I like it. I like how this looks. I think we are at a point where it becomes almost paramount that we continue construction here, but I really can't continue construction until the city is ready to receive a couple of workers, and I think we're just going to do the middle of town workers. So let's get construction office 7 and get a couple things built over here. You can still not get there. That makes me a little nervous, but we'll just see how that plays out. Get these deliveries in, get that footpath in. Construction office 4, helicopters. Would you like to build a couple things for right now? Construction office 2, there's a short road there that needs to be done. Looks like we purposefully did not complete some of the footpath connections here. That's fine. Yeah, they're all connected to something. It really shouldn't be a big deal. This one already goes all the way through. You're all connected. You are connected. This one's connected to something. The theater is not connected yet. Okay. You are not directly connected, but indirectly connected. And that should be fine. So construction office 2, make sure that you pick up everything that you can up on this end of town. We clearly need water. Let's start delivering cement and all that good stuff. Helicopters. Helicopters, what I want you to do. You can't get to this one. That's a little scary, but okay. Construction of 7. This is the fire station that I should bus some people in, and there were some suggestions, and they are true. I just haven't felt like doing it, so maybe not. Okay, rail construction office. I have jobs for you. Stop being lazy. Where are you? You're over here. Yes, you're a little overloaded with stuff, but nobody cares about that. Could you come all the way out here and complete the things that need to be completed? That one needs to be completed. That one needs to be completed. Apparently you didn't finish that for some reason. And then all the way to here. We don't care about the stuff that's afterwards, but we do care about actually getting to this block, so that will be cool. You have not handled... Here comes trash. True. Is this big enough? That is big enough. We have not at all tackled trash, really, so that is something I need to get onto, like right now. Yeah, probably. That'd be the right thing to do. Okay, let's handle trash. What is this? That's technical service office. That will be able to handle some trash in the area as well. When you do get trash, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to truck it all the way down here for 15,000 people layer? No. No, and you should not. That's not a good way to spend your money. So, figure out where you're going to send the trains to actually pick up your stuff. Right here is not a good place because, well, let's see. I am curious to see if there's any pollution happening all the way out here, if everything is just fine, near the trash stations, which would be right here. This is mixed waste. Yes, the closest monitoring station, I think, is very close to here. I thought I plopped one down in this area. There's one. I see it. So you are... well, the tension. Tension is growing. You do not show me everything that I want to see, but it's yelling at me because of all the pump jacks that we have in the area, I think, that are always producing. And there's always a little bit of pollution coming with that, and really just 1 or 2 buildings are affected by it. Not sure that I have to care about that, but I don't think it tells me what I wanted to know about these guys. But there's really not a lot of trash sitting here, especially if it all gets picked up right away, but I don't want it that close to the city. I think this is too close to the city. Okay. You need a collection for all the city parts that you're going to have in this area anyways. It feels like I don't want to have it past this city, but it may not be a terrible spot for it. I'm mostly thinking right now, take a rail over there and a rail over here, and see if you can finagle it into this general area, which may just work fine. These will be distribution offices. You did the wrong thing here, buddy. Sorry, that's not what I want you to bring in. I just want coal, please and thank you. And I think I already have one assigned that can bring coal out here, so that's exciting. Look at all those little guys just doing their thing. How's this going? I still don't have the mechanism here. No, you are here. Okay. What mechanism is out? Oh, wait. Currently construction office 2 does not include these guys. That's my bad. So now assign construction office and tell them go. There we go. It's actually sending it out now. I'm not sure why it wouldn't have picked it up before. Lame. Oh well. Yeah, trash. Do you want to pick up all the trash from here, or do you want to put it somewhere else? This will be... I will have to handle trash with a distribution office that is one distribution office per type that sends it to the appropriate places, unless we want to incinerate all the trash out here and only bring the extras out. You remember that we're not doing that out here. We're not doing that in Utopia. Utopia does not have an incinerator. It just has these 3 storages that will handle all the trash that comes in there at some point or another. Okay, all the vehicles are gone. Cool, I can set it back to a Mars. Not a beat, I want a Mars. Thank you. Stop production. No, thank you. Just keep making things. So, yeah, it's still a question. Do I want an incinerator and just bring the extras somewhere to recycle them? Or do I want to do something a little more sophisticated? Great question. Great question. I would like to set up another train-based something, and I guess we do have a lot of room right here that I'm currently not using. We cannot make that part of that junction, though. Well, you can maybe sneak out here. No, there's too much wireage already going on. I don't think that's actually gonna work. Okay. This is too far away from where you actually are, so delivering here is not the end of the world. It would have to go through this whole construction zone, which could cause trouble by itself. We could use this one to make that connection. I don't hate that. Okay. So you're sure you don't want a... you don't want an incinerator, you just want more rail-based waste transport that is super slow to load and not super effective. Is that what you're saying? I think that is what I want. If you put them all the way out here, the trash guys from all the way over here are going to have a heyday actually getting to that location. It doesn't matter if it's here or here. You could put it here to make it more central, and then the trains always have to go through the station, and the station may be blocking something, and they're already really slow. I have a feeling an incinerator is the better answer, sadly. I would like it not to be, but I don't care about plastic that much. I will care about plastic at some point. Then you need to separate that in your cities, which I don't have yet. Like every time you bring it directly to an incinerator, not a general separation, it will get burned. But you can put the general separator in front of the incinerator and separate out all the things that you care about. I think that is good enough. This city should not produce all that much waste, because it also doesn't have... Well, what's the waste out of these guys? Oh boy. I always forget about them. You remember what I babbled on earlier about the 64 tons of mixed waste storage here in containers? That's probably fine, but it won't be separated. You want it to be separated? I think that'd be better if you separate them. So to separate them, I actually need the containers in front of these stations. But you remember what I babbled on about earlier on the... I think I need these guys. Yes. About water not being all that exciting. It's really not adding anything that I care about that much, blah, blah, blah. Waste is like the complete opposite to that. I think the way that waste was implemented, if you don't do it right, there are so many things that make the game more complicated, and then the waste is actually turned into something useful later on, which nobody can argue with that, right? Useful waste stuff, that's pretty good. How far is this away? You are 72 meters. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. And then on this side, it will be easier because our road is already connected to the right side. So yeah, let's make these stands, because these stands will allow us to separate waste, and separating waste is cool. It just lets us move forward a little faster. Cool, cool. Yep, make that footpath. Can you do more stuff here? That'd be great. Actually, you won't be able to because these are too short. Get those done. Yeah, so waste from these separators, and then obviously we need one more all the way up here. But I already placed everything in a way that will totally just allow the waste container sitting right there. That's good. Then we need a technical service office. Where are you going to do the fuel stuff? Are you going to put that on that side, or are you going to try to squeeze it in here? I don't think I want to squeeze it in there. I think I want a technical service office that's responsible for this whole sector. So let's do that. It would be under roads. It would be under technical service offices, and we need the 15-seater. Just to make sure that we have enough trash coverage for all of this. I am anticipating that you can fit here. T for rotate. That was green. There we go. This is fine. So that's the technical service office that will be responsible for all of this. I still haven't done the pipes here, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be over here, and we're going to have a distribution office that will handle that. I am not 100% sure this is where you're going to be, but you're going to be in that area because the incinerator and the general separation are probably going to happen right here. And then we're going to need to transport them somewhere else. That was the thing that I was trying to figure out right now. But maybe I'll think about that, because I will do my best to not go over an hour for at least a little while. I know I've done some hour 20s, and I don't know that that's super conducive to anything. I know that I can't do 30-minute episodes for workers and resources because anybody is like, and what next? You didn't complete anything. But I think 45 to 60 is very possible, so that's what I'm going to try. Thank you so much for watching. I will not do anything until you come back with me. And we have to place a lot of trash separation all over the place right here. So we may as well start that right now, because that's not going to take very long. And I think you'll be very sad if I don't get this done. So these guys have trash now. Woohoo! I think we have a couple more things that the construction office 2 can help, at least with materials with. And that's really the main thing. The workers can come in via helicopters, but we need the materials ideally with trucks, because they just bring them in a lot faster than anyone else. So, what did I say? I said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again next time. All we need over here, this is the last thing, I think. All we need over here is a relatively big kindergarten. If we can put the big one in there, we'll actually be more excited. This is the big one. Oh yeah, you will fit. You definitely will fit. There should be no problem for you fitting in here. Nope, it's like, that's what you think. I don't think so. I really think this should fit here, but I'm not going to demolish a bunch of... This is the one that I wanted then. I'm not going to demolish a bunch of roads. Yes, there's extra footpathing available right there. I think we're going to put a small one over here to get a little extra help. The upper flats probably, and then potentially another small one out here, but I'm not quite there yet. Last time, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Check out the shop and tell me all the things that you will do different that I've done today, because honestly, most of the time you're right. So let me have it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.